Hi, my name is Richie Mensah, your awesome tour guide on this exciting journey on the Masterminds Podcast to sharpen your most powerful weapon, your most powerful tool, God's gift to you, your mind. Now, in this episode, we're talking about one of the surest ways to succeed, but also one of the most misunderstood concepts, mentorship. Now, show me the way. The easiest way to get to your destination is to ask someone who's been there before. Stop and ask for direction. And we call this, in modern world, mentorship. But a lot of people misunderstand what mentorship means. A lot of people are afraid to start. A lot of people don't know how to get mentorship. So today I'm going to break down mentorship into the 5 different types of mentorship so that you can get your mentor today. The first thing you have to understand about mentorship is that mentorship does not mean a person. Mentorship is supposed to be a system. To really be successful, you don't emulate one person. You build a mentorship system that guides you in the different parts of your life to get to where you are trying to go. You know, everyone's path is unique. So you can't follow one person and get to your destination. You will get to their destination. And by the time you get there, the destination has changed. You know, I always say this thing that when people say billionaires, show me the way, rich people, show me the way. Do you know why it's difficult to show someone the way and rather they show you the principles? Because the road that I passed may be closed by the time you get there. The opportunities which I took may not be available by the time you are asking me for that information. So it is better to follow the principles than to follow the path. And when you take mentorship from different sources, you start to understand the principles that all these successful people used in getting there. So now I'm going to break down the 5 different types of mentorship so that you can build your mentorship system to guarantee you success. The first type of mentorship is reading. Now I always say, all knowledge comes from experience. It either comes from you experiencing it firsthand or learning from someone else's experience. And one of the best ways to learn from other people is reading. First of all, it is low entry. You don't need to call the person. You don't need to DM them and ask them questions. Pick up their book. Pick up their biography. Pick up articles that have been written about them. Read. And read with intention. Don't just read like you're reading a storybook. No, take a Nelson Mandela biography. Learn the principles, how he was raised, the kind of things that he believed when he was growing up that shaped who he became. Read to understand. Read to dig deeper. Read with intentionality. And read consistently. You know, the great thing about reading is it's decades of knowledge stuffed into hours of reading. I remember the first time I read Art of War. I was amazed that this general has fought so many battles, won so many wars, over so many years, and I could finish this in 1 week and get this knowledge and figure out how to apply it to my personal life. Reading is one of the most powerful ways of having mentors. So if you have someone you admire, maybe 3 people you admire, 4 people you admire, you can take Robert Kiyosaki. I hope I got the name right. You can take James Clear, Morgan Housel. Take a few people that you believe in their principles and their mindset. Read all the books they've written. Don't just read one book and take that as the be all. That's all the information you need. No, read different books they've written. Understand the principle and the mind with which they wrote the books. Because like I said earlier, it's not the path they took that is going to make you succeed. It's the principles they had along the way. It's who they became in the journey that you need to find out. So that as you are going in your journey, when you need to make decisions, you will remember that these principles or this mindset helped this person and it could help me. So read. The second type of mentorship is to watch. Look, right now, we have more video content than we've ever had in the world. But people are wasting their time watching wrong things. Consume the right information. Choose your mentors. Choose the people that you admire. Choose that billionaire that you want to be like. Choose that author that you really aspire to become. Choose the artist that you really like their paintings. And watch what they do. Watch how they work. Watch how they think. Watch their interviews. See their mannerisms. See the way they deflected the questions. See the thought process before they answered the questions. Watch. Watch the right content. I've said this before and I will say it again. If you don't plan on being a comedian, why are you watching funny videos on TikTok every day? Watch what is dear to you. If you love cars and you want to do something with cars, watch content about cars. Go follow BMW's page, follow Mercedes-Benz page, follow Lamborghini page. Understand how the pistons work in the car. Understand how they build the car, the luxury, the way they're able to craft the luxury. Watch the passionate people who are making the cars talk about it. Watch the content that relates to you. Choose your mentors and watch them closely. Don't just go on Netflix or go on Amazon Prime or go on Showmax and watch movies that are unrelated to you. You're watching horror movies every day. Who are you trying to scare? Watch documentaries and whatever you want to be like. If you want to be an entertainment journalist, then yes, watch the entertainment shows. Go watch E-News. Understand how they're able to interview people. Watch Red Carpet. See the kind of questions that they ask. But if you want to be an accountant, then watch finance documentaries. Watch some of the most intelligent finance people in the world talk about finance. See the words they use. See how they were able to break things down for you to understand. Choose your mentors and watch them closely. We are at an era where you are overloaded and spoiled for choice of content to watch. So choose your mentors and watch only them. The third type of mentorship is listen, and listen closely. Once again, spoiled for choice, from podcasts to audio interviews to voice notes that have leaked to audio books. There are so many ways to listen to the people that you look up to. And one great thing about listening is it helps to form your inner voice, your inner dialogue. There's something about your eyes being closed or you doing something and you are listening to somebody in your mind. It shapes the way you think. It shapes the questions you ask yourself. It shapes the kind of conversations you have with yourself. Me listening to people like Mel Robbins, Jay Shetty, Stephen Bartlett, listening to these kind of people talk about confidence, talk about how to make decisions, it changed the way that I thought. It made me not question myself so much. Every human being has a lot of self-doubt, unfortunately. But the way you overcome it is by studying those who've also been able to overcome it. Like being able to do this content, sitting here with a mic and exposing myself. For those who know me, I don't like showing my face on camera. It wasn't an easy decision, but I watched other people do it and realized that if you want to be able to have the impact that you want to have on the world, you have to let go of the things that you like or dislike, your fears, and just do it. I wouldn't have gotten this far if I didn't choose my mentors and listen to them. So listen with intention. The fourth type of mentor is your peer. Now, this may sound weird, but the truth of the matter is, a mentor does not always need to be somebody above you. Sometimes they can be sideways, sometimes even beneath you, because everyone has their weaknesses. And that person standing next to you could offer you some insight or offer you some skills that you don't have. Let's say you are the most intelligent person in the room. You can solve calculus real quick. You're very disciplined and everything, but you're not very outgoing. In a world where to land the right deals, you need to talk to people, you need to be sociable. You can have this friend who, sorry to say, is not serious in life. Every day they are joking, they are fooling. But they are super confident. They know how to talk to people. They know how to approach people. You can learn from this person. You can ask them questions. You can observe. How are they able to do it? How do they take action without even having confidence, without even having the ability to do things? And you who have the ability, you've not been able to start anything yet. You can actually learn from your peers. You're at work. You meet somebody you've never met before at your job. You may even be in a higher position. But you realize that they are really good at something that you've struggled with your whole life. Don't be too egoistic. Don't think that because this person is beneath me or beside me, I can't learn from them. Mentors are everywhere. So choose a peer. And this is a very important step, especially in choosing friends. The truth is, every friend you have, every acquaintance you have, is a selfish decision. You choose a friend because of what you are getting from them. Sometimes it's just good conversation. Sometimes it's just somebody to keep you occupied, Sometimes it's access. You want to go to the club and they are friends with the bouncers. There's always a reason why you choose your friends. Let that reason be what you are learning from them, because your goal should consistently be growth. So let there be something in your friend that you admire and you can emulate and pick up. And after a while, you will also have developed that skill from your peer mentor. Now, the fifth type of mentor, which is the most popular, is the leader. The mentors who are above you. This is the kind everybody is rushing for. But as I've mentioned from the first four, there are other types of mentorships you can start today. But now, even with the leader, the approach doesn't always need to be slide into the DMs. Boss, who can you mentor me? Boss, who show me the way? Sometimes you can actually shadow a leader. You can, like maybe your boss or your pastor or that neighborhood, the chief in your town, the MP, somebody who you have close proximity to. Study them. It doesn't always need to be asking questions and them telling you what to do. Just study them. Look at how they make their decisions. Look at the kind of habits that they have. Why is it that your boss gets to work before everybody else and closes after everyone? Look at how your boss supervises people, the way they make their decisions. Study them and start to see that if I want this person's lifestyle, if I want to achieve what this person has achieved, are there habits that they have that I can also start to exhibit? I remember one thing that changed me was when I learned the fact that a lot of the biggest CEOs and stuff are reading between 40 to 52 books in a year. And that year I read one book. I was like, hey, Richie, you do yawa. There are certain habits that change you. So look at the people that you want to be like and look at what they do. Another habit that I struggled with, and for anyone who knows what entertainment lifestyle is like, we always sleep late. So waking up at 5 a.m., a habit which I started a few years ago, was such a big, drastic change for me. But I kept looking at it and looking at the fact that so many of the people whose lifestyles I actually admire, so many of the leaders that I look up to, are saying this, that they do this and it works for them, that the work they get done between 5 and 8 a.m. is so good for their personal well-being and for the companies that they run. And that single change affected my trajectory so much. So study the leaders around you. Mentorship does not always need to be one-on-one. Don't go begging for mentors. Study the people that you look up to. And then you'll be amazed that they will start to realize your value. They will start to see that you are advancing and improving, and they may even offer you to groom you. Because one truth that most people don't know is every leader, every wise person, every rich person, everyone who is doing good in life wants to share their knowledge. You know what I'm doing here? Sharing my knowledge to the whole world. Every leader wants to do it, and they are doing it in their own small way. but they want to share with the right people. So become the right person and your mentor will find you. I hope this conversation has brought you one step closer to becoming the mastermind you are destined to be.